Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it's Paydirt battle time again. And this time we're going to be battling 5 1-gram bags from my top 5 favorite sellers. And that includes Vendetta Prospecting's Miner's Table bag. We have a Coyote Creek bag from Gold Nugget Sales, a 1-gram chunky bag from Gold Bay, a bag from Northern Nevada Gold, and lastly, a Explorer bag from Irwin's Paydirt.com. So my top 5 sellers are going to battle it out, and we're going to see which one reigns supreme in this battle. So let's just flash up some descriptions, go to the overhead, and check them out a little bit closer. As you saw, some really good descriptions and some not so good descriptions as well. The Vendetta Prospecting has a great description, tells you pretty much everything you could possibly want to know about this Paydirt, including that it is 1 pound and will have 1 gram of gold. So let's weigh it up, see if it is the 1 pound stated. And there you go, 1 pound, 5.1 ounces. The Gold Nugget Sales also has a great description. It includes a very, very long video that tells you pretty much everything you'll need to know about this Paydirt, including that it is 14 to 15 ounces of material with 1 gram of gold. So we're going to weigh this one up. And 15.8 ounces. So that one's right there. Now the Gold Bay, not so great description. It's pretty so-so. It tells you it is 3 pounds of material, has 1 gram of gold, and that the gold might be from pickers all the way down to fines. So we'll weigh this one up. 3 pounds, 7.7 ounces. Now, both the Northern Nevada Gold and the Irwin's Paydirt pretty much say nothing. Only the title tells you that they're both 1 pound bags and that they have 1 gram of gold. The Irwin's Paydirt actually has a typo in the description itself saying that it has a 0.5 gram of gold in it. I noticed it looks like it was a copy paste from their 0.5 gram bag, but they are supposed to both weigh 1 pound. We'll check them out. The Northern Nevada is a little bit short here at 14.3 ounces. And we'll check out the Irwin's. 1 pound, 5.7 ounces. And now let's just start opening these up. We can move this. And let's check out some of these Paydirts. Let's open up the Northern Nevada Gold, which was a few ounces shy of the guaranteed 1 pound. So a lot of big material, doesn't look very much in the smaller classifications. And really no magnetics as well. And now let's open up the Irwin's Paydirt. We'll just cut these, make them easier. Sure I don't mess all these up. There we go. This one looks pretty consistent in the different sizes. Check it for magnetite. Again, really not too much. I'll put that one here. We'll open up the Gold Bay, 3 pounds of material. This is the biggest one. The most material anyway. Much redder material, and it seems to come with some party streamers. Yay, party. And we'll check it for magnetite. This one definitely looks a little heavier in magnetite. including our little party streamer. Guess that's a little magnetic. So that one will be a little bit more difficult, not only because it does seem to have a little bit more black sands, but a lot more material. We'll open up Vendetta Prospecting's The Miner's Tank. This is the Miner's Tank bag. I haven't ever panned out one of the Miner's Tank bags. Very red material compared to the other ones. And some really big material as well. Does have some black sands, or magnetite, I should say. Can't really tell if it's got much black sands. This material is so dark. Then lastly, we will open up the Coyote Creek bag from Gold Nugget Sales. And I will rinse out all of these bags. This material is slightly damp. I don't know if he says it in his description or not, if it's going to be damp or not. Let's check it for magnetite. Does have some, not too much. But as you can see, this stuff really varies in color and textures. These are 5 totally different Paydirts here. Now, I'm not going to classify these down. We're just going to pan them the way they are because there's just way too much material here, too many sellers to try to classify them each down and compare them. So we're just going to go listen to some music, pan all this material down one by one, and then come back and see the results. Well, finished panning out all 5 bags of Paydirt, and some of those were easy and some of them were pretty hard, but we'll get to that in a minute. For right now, let's show you the gold I found in all the Paydirts. And we're going to do these in alphabetical order because that's how I wrote it on my sheet, so it'll make it easier. So from goldbay.com, I found some gold. Most of this was on the chunkier side, but there was some littler pieces. From Gold Nugget Sales, I found some nice gold. It was all on the smaller end of the spectrum, but again, some nice gold. Then we go to irwinspaydirt.com, and varying sizes. There's a couple of little bigger pieces in there. And then we had Northern Nevada gold and some really chunky gold. Couple little pieces in there, but mostly on the chunky side. And last but not least, Vendetta Prospecting. There we go. Varying sizes, chunky all the way down. I think we're going to have to move all these up. Move all these up a little bit. Keep them in order so I don't forget which one's which. And let's weigh these all up. See how much gold we recovered from each bag. And again, we're just going to go in alphabetical order. So goldbay.com. Let's see how they started. There we go. 1.160 grams. So pretty nice. A little bit over the 1 gram that was guaranteed. And now we have the Gold Nugget Sales Coyote bag. Weigh this one up. $1.030. Waited till I looked away to change. But there we go, 1.030. And now the Irwin's Paydirt. This was the Explorer bag. I'm not looking away until it's settled. There we go. 1.1 gram exactly. Northern Nevada's gold. This is their chunky material, obviously. 1.085 grams. Put this. And lastly, Vendetta Prospecting. $1.125. There we go. So that's all of them weighed up. Now for these Paydirts, they came in varying difficulties, so we'll go through them one by one. The Gold Bay was a little bit challenging, so for a beginner, I'm going to give it a medium. For an advanced panner, I'm going to give it a medium as well, but for an expert panner, it's going to be an easy. And it's mostly due to the fact that it's a lot of material and it does cloud up the water. The Gold Nugget Sales, I'm going to give a hard for a beginner, a medium for an advanced panner, and even a medium for an expert panner, but it's kind of lower on the scale. And that's due to the fact that, again, really dark material, and the gold is on the smaller end of a classification. For the Irwin's Paydirt, I'm going to give it a medium for a beginner panner, but an easy for an advanced or expert panner. It's pretty easy to go through, even for a beginner, but it does have some smaller gold, so you just have to be a little bit careful. Now for Northern Nevada gold, it's easy, beginner, advanced, expert panner. Not a lot of material. Most material was in the plus 10 range. So if you only are panning out a very little bit of material, and most of the gold is really big. So really easy Paydirt to pan out. Now Vendetta Prospecting, I'm going to give a hard for a beginner panner, hard for an advanced panner, and a medium for an expert panner. This stuff is really challenging. It's very dirty material, has some fine gold in it, and the gold isn't very brightly clean. So it's a darker gold. So depending on which bag you get, you could either have a very easy day or a pretty hard one. All right, finished calculating my ROIs, writing up my review, and let's see who won this battle. And for this battle, I picked my 5 favorite Paydirt sellers. And now let's go through them one by one in alphabetical order. We had goldbay.com, and this is their 1 gram bag. It was guaranteed, obviously, 1 gram. Its cost was $62.95. Shipping was $8.50 for a grand total of $71.45. And the gold I recovered, 1.160 grams. And gold spot on the day that this bag arrived. In fact, all of the Paydirts arrived on the exact same day. So all of the spot prices for all the bags today will be $53.85. Which means this gold is worth $62.47, giving me an ROI of 87.43%, or on my scale, an 8.7. And now for fun factor, I'm going to leave this one at the exact same of an 8.7. There was nothing to wow me to bump it up and nothing to make me take away from it. So GoldBay's ROI and fun factor ended at an 8.7. And then we had Gold Nugget Sales. This is their Coyote Creek bag, and it was guaranteed 1 gram of gold. Its cost was $59.95. Shipping was $10.95 for a grand total of $70.90. Now, the gold I recovered in this one was 1.030 grams. Gold spot again, $53.85, making this gold worth $55.47, giving me an ROI of 78.24%, or on my scale, a 7.8. And again, nothing to deter or add to the fun factor. So Gold Nugget Sales will have a fun factor of 7.8, the same as their ROI. I panned out some Irwin's Paydirt. This was the Explorer bag with 1 gram guaranteed. Its cost was $82. Shipping was free, so total cost should have been $82. But my secret shopper used the 5% off code that they advertise on their website, so the total price was really $77.90. And I recovered 1.10 grams of gold. Gold spot, $53.85, makes this gold worth $59.24, giving me an ROI of 76.03%, or on my scale, a 7.6. And that's what I'm going to give the fun factor at as well, a 7.6. And now for some Northern Nevada gold, I got their 1 gram bag. It was guaranteed 1 gram of gold. Its cost was $75. Shipping was $5, so total cost $80. And I recovered 1.085 grams of gold with a spot price of $53.85, making this gold worth $58.43, giving me an ROI of $73.04, or on my scale, a 7.3. Now for fun factor, I'm actually going to drop this a full point to a 6.3. A good 75% of the material was in the plus 10 range. There's just way too much big material. You really only end up with about 2 ounces of pannable material if you got rid of the plus 10. So really not as much fun as it should be. And I probably could drop them down more than a point for that. But they're getting a 6.3 for their fun factor and a 7.3 for their ROI. And then lastly, we panned out some Vendetta Prospecting. It was his 1 gram miner's table bag with a guaranteed 1 gram of gold. Its cost was $70. Shipping was free, so total cost $70. Now I recovered 1.125 grams of gold right here with a spot price of $53.85, making this gold worth $60.58, giving me an ROI of 86.54%, or on my scale, an 8.7. Now for the fun factor, I'm going to leave it the same. Nothing to take away from it, nothing to add to it. So 8.7 for fun factor and ROI. Now for Paydirt descriptions, these are some varying descriptions. The best 2 descriptions are Gold Nugget Sales and Vendetta Prospecting. Both of them are getting a 10. GoldBay's is a pretty average description and they're getting a 6. But both Irwin's Paydirt and Northern Nevada Gold, their descriptions are pretty lacking, and they're both only getting a 4. For quantity and packaging, GoldBay, Gold Nugget Sales, Irwin's Paydirt, and Vendetta Prospecting are all getting a 9. A 10 for quantity because they were the amount stated, and an 8 for using a coffee bag. The only one that's not getting a 9 is Northern Nevada Gold. They're getting an 8. an 8 for quantity because it was shy of the stated amount, and an 8 for packaging. So 8 total for Northern Nevada Gold. And lastly, for customer service and shipping, Gold Bay, Irwin's Paydirt, Northern Nevada Gold, and Vendetta are all getting 10s. The customer service was great, and the shipping was incredibly fast. As you saw, they all arrived on the exact same day. They were ordered on the same day. The only one that's not getting a 10 is Gold Nugget Sales. I'm giving them a 10 for customer service, and the shipping was incredibly fast, but I'm only giving them a 6 for shipping. I dropped them down 4 points because they're charging $10.95 for shipping, and I have reviewed them before and given them a high score for their shipping because they shipped out priority mail. This one arrived first class mail, and it doesn't cost $10.95 to ship a bag of Paydirt first class mail. It costs about half of that, so I'm not sure why they went from priority mail at $10.95 to first class mail at $10.95. So their total price is right. I just wish they would break it down different. If they charge $65 for the Paydirt and $5, I don't know. I'm just not really happy with the way it's priced out. Now, normally this would not be a really big problem because their total price is still $70.90, which is a great price for a 1 gram bag of Paydirt. The only seller that's lower in this list was Vendetta at $70. So 90 cents really isn't the difference. But my issue with this is that there are a lot of Paydirt reviewers out there who do not use shipping as part of their ROI. So if you compare two sellers, Gold Nugget Sales, $60 plus $10 shipping, $70. Vendetta Prospecting, $70, free shipping. Two different sellers, same total price, but one of these will get a much higher ROI because a reviewer won't calculate in that shipping price. But overall, they're still getting an 8 for customer service and shipping. Now for total scores, Gold Bay is getting an 8.5. Gold Nugget Sales is also getting an 8.5. Irwin's Paydirt is getting a 7.6. Northern Nevada Gold, 7.1. And Vendetta Prospecting is with a 9.3. Now, who won this battle? Well, it depends on which category you're looking at. For ROI and fun factor, it would definitely go to Gold Bay or Vendetta Prospecting as the big winners, and Northern Nevada Gold would come in last place. For Paydirt description, Gold Nugget Sales and Vendetta hands down have this. Quantity and packaging, they're pretty much all tied except for Northern Nevada Gold coming in last place. Customer service and shipping, again, all tied except for Gold Nugget Sales in last place. But for the total winner, I'm going to give it to Vendetta Prospecting. They're my #1 pick on my website. I did a video declaring them the best seller in 2022, and I still think they are. So they're the hands down winner of this, I think. Easily second and third place are Gold Bay and Gold Nugget Sales. Irwin's Paydirt 4th. Northern Nevada Gold in 5th place. Now, I will say one seller who could have easily been in this top 5 was Yukon Alley. And originally when I wrote up this battle, that is who I had in here. But unfortunately, she does not sell year-round like all these other sellers do. So it's pretty hard to get her Paydirt when I want it, and she wasn't selling it when I got all these Paydirts in. But she is definitely another one that could maybe be in the next battle with all these Paydirts. But I also might be rearranging my top 5 after this video. So thanks for watching, happy panning, and if you're not already a subscriber, think about hitting that subscribe button below.